Hi out there, all my wonderful, beautiful fans out there
JB.
in YouTube land. I am actually bringing a video to you, and this is my 8th video vlog. I am going to be talking about the topic of sustainability and bringing to you 3 programs or ways that I'm very passionate about on the way that we can use sustainability in our day-to-day lives. And first up, I would like to actually explain what stability actually is. Being sustainable is a complex concept, and the most often quoted definition that I can bring to you guys is actually from the UN. I don't know if I'm saying this right, Brundtland Commission, and what it states, and I do quote, is to be sustainable in the development is that it has to meet the needs of today's culture without compromising the future's culture and the future's needs. So pretty much, in other words, being sustainable is taking care of the environment and your world that's around you. Now that I've explained sustainability to you, I would like to get into the 3 topics, 3 approaches, 3 ways that you can be sustainable that are mean the most to me. And they are solar energy being the first, alternate transportation being the second, and recycle, reuse, and reduce being the third. Okay, now let me explain what solar energy actually is to those who don't know. What solar energy is pretty much a radiant light and heat, and it pretty much comes off the sun. And what we do is we harness that energy from the sun with special equipment, and with it we can pretty much do a whole variety of different things. Like, we can use it for heating and cooling our homes, we can use it for lighting, we can use it for thermal energy, we can use it, they even use it now for, they call it solar agriculture, which I think is pretty neat. And the list goes on. And the way that businesses use it today in the world is that they actually put like these, I don't really know what they call them, but it's like these panels that they use that capture the sun's energy on their buildings, and that way they reduce the power and the heating and all that stuff. And then the next way is alternate transportation, which is using hybrid cars. And for those of us that can't afford hybrid cars, it's a way such as riding bicycles, carpooling with friends, as well as catching the bus. And what alternative transportation does pretty much is getting less cars on the road. And with less cars on the road, because cars put out this awful gaseous stuff that comes out of the exhaust. I know, especially you get behind a car and it's really paying off. It's just horrible. If you can imagine how your nose feels at that exact moment, just imagine how our environment feels and the earth feels. Imagine how it feels if it does that just to our nose by itself. And with doing these 3 things, you can very easily lower your carbon footprint, which is super, super important. For the last and final way that means the most to me, and I think this one is probably on the top of my list, which is recycle, reduce, and reuse, which is also in most cases called the 3 R's. And the 3 R's are needed because, there's no way to put it. Sorry, America, but we are some of the most wasteful people that there is pretty much on the entire planet. We waste everything. We just feel the need to waste for whatever reason, and the 3 R's can actually help us with that. They help with the problem because they cut down on the amount of waste that we all throw away every day. It conserves our natural resources, and they use landfills to actually store some of this waste, so it's not just everywhere, and it actually saves a lot of money and energy as well. For example, recycle. When you throw your little bottles, cans, and plastics and waters in the blue trash can, water bottles, for example. If you notice, because I know a lot of us like to drink bottled water, and when you look at the water bottle, you notice that on the label it says used with 25, 35, 45, whatever the percent is of recycled plastic. And I know that Aquafina, Nestle does it, Deer Park does it, and a lot of the other ones. And if you actually look at the water bottle itself, it actually looks thinner than what it did, say, 5-10 years ago maybe. And I think that is really great. A way reusing can help us is pretty much we can turn our items that we would normally get one or 2 uses out of and then throw it away. We can actually make those items useful again and use them for something else. Like, for instance, grocery shopping bags, the plastic bags that we bring our groceries in. Instead of, after we take our trash out of these bags, throwing them away, we can actually use those bags again, like put our trash in, or if we need to put a few household items in them. You can just find ways to use different things. And that was the last of my 3 ways. Again, they were solar energy, alternative transportation, and reduce, reuse, and recycle. The 3 R's. And this is how you can be sustainable in pretty much everyday life, whether you're trying to build a business or whether you just want to do it just on a personal level. It's very important because the community needs it, and we as people need it. The world needs it, so it's very important. So I want to leave you guys today. I want to challenge you guys to actually try to embrace these ways and other ways as well of being sustainable. That pretty much does it, so we can save our planet, so we can live longer, because I actually took another course, I want to say about 2-3 years ago, and I'm not sure the exact number, but I know it's not a whole lot of years for the earth. If we keep going the way that we are going, they say that the earth only can last between 50 and 100 years. I'm not quite sure on that, but I know it's around in there, so don't quote me on that. And that's not good, because especially for the earth, it's been around like thousands of years. So I definitely want to challenge us all to find ways to be more sustainable in our world, and so that we can save our planet for not only us, but for those that are behind us. And this has been a Signature Style production. And until next time, peace out. One love.